Welcome back to the Terry and Jesse Show. This segment is being sponsored by Real Estate for Life. You just heard a little commercial. Maybe not, but it's basically about Real Estate for Life. They put pro-life real estate agents to help you sell or buy a house. When the sale is made, a portion of the commission that you're paying to the real estate agent comes back to the Catholic Resource Center, to Virgin Most Powerful Radio. So if you call 877-543-3871, mention you want that support for Virgin Most Powerful Radio, and they'll give it to us. It's actually one of our best benefactors that we have. That's why we keep promoting them, because you get your pro-life real estate agent, you get your house sold or you buy a house, and the commission that you're already paying, a portion of it comes right back to Virgin Most Powerful Radio. All right, Jess, let's talk about the topic of the Sacred Heart.
Yeah, there's a columnist for The Hill.
Yep.
He wrote that the Sacred Heart flag is Christian right-wing symbol used to protest pride events.
Really?
Yeah, so this columnist, the Catholic veneration of the Sacred Heart is in fact a centuries-old devotion associated with the 17th century visionary of St. Margaret Mary Alacoque. And Nick Robertson, on June 10th, that article reported on complaints from figures on the political left about the flags flown at the homes of Supreme Court Justice Samuel Alito and his wife, Martha Ann Alito. I mean, I can't believe that, Terry. Yep. That just because you're a Catholic Supreme Court justice, now you're getting criticized and you're getting vilified for flying a flag that promotes your Catholic faith, the Sacred Heart of Jesus. I bet if there was a Muslim judge and they were flying the Muslim flag in their front yard, I bet you would hear nothing about that.
Of course not. Of course not. Catholicism is really the only religion that we can attack and not pay a price for it at this point. We really are. You try that on Jews, it wouldn't work.
Oh, forget it.
Right? It wouldn't work on the Islam, but Catholicism.
Look what happened to Candace Owens.
There you go. That's a good example.
All she did was post on social media, Christ, Matthew 5:9, blessed are the peacemakers, they shall be called the children of God. And then right under that, she put Christ as king. For that, the Daily Wire let her go when she'd been there for years and she had a good working relationship with everybody, including Ben Shapiro and the other owner who was a Jew, the other one that runs it. I forget his name. But back to this article, the Alitos have been the target of attacks from secular news outlets, such as the New York Times, which argued that an upside down American flag and an appeal to heaven flag flown from the Alitos' private residences are provocative symbols linked to the events of January 6, 2021. Mm-hmm. Some participants in those events carried these flags.
Wow. You talk about where the culture is going, and the
can't make this stuff up.
No, you can't make it up. But you know what really blows me away is we really, as Catholics, are being told, shut up, go to church, keep your door shut, don't do anything, and you're okay. But if you talk about that Jesus, you know, Jesse, this reminds me of what St. Paul, remember when he was in prison and they let him out and they said, we're going to let you out on one condition. You don't talk about that man, Jesus. And what was St. Paul's answer? Hey, I don't have a choice. I'm compelled to preach about Christ. And we have to be the same way. Even if they throw us in jail or they shoot us or they do whatever they got to do to us. I mean, I was with Bishop Strickland yesterday and we were talking about confession and the seal of confession. He said, well, you know, on the seal of confession, a priest, he says, I don't care if they threaten to throw me into jail. They're going to kill me if I don't break the seal. He says, they got to do what they got to do, and I got to do what I'm going to do. I'm not going to break the seal. See, this is what we have to have in our culture right now is what I'm going to call it, well, we've heard it from Dan Snyder, smash Catholicism.
Smash mouth
Catholicism. So that's what we got to do. We can't be sitting back and saying, oh, I'm sorry, did we offend you with our faith? Are you kidding me? We've done that for too long, Jess.
Yeah, the Bible says in Proverbs chapter 16, verse 18, pride goes before destruction, a prideful spirit before a fall, close quote. Remember, let's not forget that pride is a deadly sin mentioned in Proverbs chapter 6, verse 16. It is the sin of Satan. And for those people that are promoting this Pride Month, they should try a little humility instead. Because for us, June as Catholics, this is devoted to the Sacred Heart of Jesus. And again, pride is one of the 7 deadly sins. For this reason alone, that's why they hate Jesus. That's why they hate the Catholic Church, which is the one true church. And the alphabet people, they also stole, Terry, the rainbow.
Yes.
The rainbow is a covenant that God made with Noah, promising Noah the Noahide covenant, that God will not destroy the world by way of a flood anymore. And so they've not only stole this month from us, they stole our covenant signed with Noah, and now they're blaspheming God, and this is a slap in the face.
Jesse, see if I'm onto something. Satan will do things like the Black Mass. He'll have the devil will come out, and the Satanists will do everything the upside down and just the opposite. And I think about this. It seems that Satan's behind this LGBTQ movement because, again, they're using his tactics. Take a Christian symbol and make it, and use it and ridicule it by making it sinful by the LGBT community. Am I onto something, or am I exaggerating, Jess? That just seems like that's a Satan tactic.
What? No, of course it is, because St. Thomas Aquinas says that the actual sin of Satan that caused his fall was the sin of pride.
Yeah, there you go.
So that's what's taught by the fathers of the church.
Mm-hmm.
And so if you're going to insert as a public celebration the deadliest of the 7 deadly sins, and you're going to make an entire festival about the worst sin in the Old Testament,
right,
which is the sin of Lucifer, of course, pride is the inversion of humility. If you look at the catechism says that the most humble person on earth was the Blessed Virgin Mary.
Yeah.
The humblest person. So here we have, for us as Catholics, the way we get to heaven is the virtue of humility, which brings us faith, hope, and love, and we imitate Mary. Pride, who do they imitate? Well, the embodiment of pride is Satan.
Of course. That makes total sense, Jess. Total sense. Hey, I just want to remind everybody, we have a T-shirt I wore yesterday. It says, "Hail Mary, full of grace, punch the devil in the face." And it's a beautiful image. It's referring to 3:15 Genesis, the woman who crushed the head of the serpent. And so I just want to say, if you want to get a copy of that T-shirt, come to the men's conference or call 877-526-2151. Also, I just want to make another pitch because we can use the support during the summer. Our monthly supporters pay our monthly bills. This is what we do. This is how we started 5 years ago. We give hundreds of dollars of downloads of Scott Hahn, Tim Staples, Father Casey, all these great speakers we've done over 40 years of recording them. Father Don Calloway, another one. And we give them away. And if you can give us $25 or more a month, you get a link to those recordings. But that helps us pay. The way to do it is go to virginmostpowerfulradio.org's website. And if you don't want to do it on the website, you just want to make somebody write it all out, call 877-526-2151. And if you don't even want to call that number, call me at my cell number, and I'll take your monthly donation. Call me at 661-972-7872. If you got a good question on the faith, I'm always available.